It's common for youth who enter into foster care to feel isolated, especially if they're entering into care because of trauma or violence. I did not like living with my dad for so many reasons, so at 12 years old, running away became my coping skill. A month after my 13th birthday, I ran away from the Wichita Children's Home while I was there, I met a girl who was turning 18. She told me that if I ever ran again, that I could just come with her. She gave me her address, and I kept it. Shortly after meeting up with her, I was trafficked. When I was later found by the police, I was interrogated, incarcerated, and placed into foster care. Things only got worse for me from here, and my long journey to 18 began. I was labeled high risk, which meant that I was not allowed any contact with the outside world except for when I was in school or on supervised phone calls. No social media and no phone. I was cut off from my community and everybody that I knew. The judge also placed a no-run order on me, which meant that if I ran again, I'd spend 6 months incarcerated. I felt trapped and isolated, so I just kept running away. Months after turning 16, my foster care case was closed, and I was now the juvenile justice system's problem. 49% of young adults who navigated the foster care system in 2021 experienced incarceration. The data in Kansas shows that youth who leave the foster care system are not finding positive outcomes. Instead of environments where young people can flourish with permanent loving families, we are witnessing the rise of temporary solutions, such as day centers for unplaced foster youth. It is essential for young people to have a network of adults in their life so they have someone that they can call when they need help or when they just need someone to talk to. I know from firsthand experience from the positive relationships with adults who loved me and cared for me even when I didn't love or care for myself. This is what kept me from prison, homelessness, drug addiction, and even death. 60% of youth emancipate or age out of the Kansas foster care system without legally recognized relationships. We are all made for relationships, and we cannot walk through this world alone. My mentor, Dr. Karen Countryman Rosworm, has a quote that I revisit often. It was love through transformational relationships that changed my life, not the services. Relationships and love help people heal, not services and systems. At 18, I was in Kansas alone with no family, but I was lucky to have mentors who poured into my life and brought me into their families. This is how I learned how to be a mother, how I learned about unconditional love, and so many other life skills that I still use today. Imagine the impact this could have made on me at 16 years old. Does anyone here have a young person in their life right now that they love that they are not related to? Imagine for 1 second that they were placed into foster care and you had no way to contact them or to stay in their life. How would you feel? And more importantly, what would you do? I am asking you today to support HB 2536. Soul Family is a new, innovative permanency option designed by people with lived experience. This is an opportunity for Kansas to be the first state in the country to do something different for foster youth. And if anyone disagrees with the bill, I ask you not to think why we shouldn't, but why we need to pass HB 2536. And this